Yeah, so creativity without humility is nice. You are being too prideful. You feel like you know everything, but you don't know anything.
Honestly.
AI is coming. Nobody
AI
knew
is
AI
coming.
was
Nobody
coming.
knew that AI is coming like this.
Like nobody is even coming this fast the way it's coming. Even when I gave my life to Christ, and I became less prideful. I became more patient. But what really changed the game for me? There was this Chinese symbol with it, I saw that it means Shoshin. So Shoshin means you know something, you know this thing, but you have to act like a student, to know more because you basically don't know everything.
This is the Studio Podcast where we jump into the minds of creatives, being in their spaces and finding out what gives them that spark to create masterpieces. In today's episode, we have the creative mastermind Richmond Chikame, aka Regs. He started graphic design well over 10 years ago, and in that time, he has become one of the best graphic designers in Nigeria. But there's always been one question I've been trying to ask him.
Take us through your process, your journey to getting here, because when I can remember, that was like before I went to school or even being around, you are like learning. I think then, yes, you had interest in like graphic design and illustrating and everything, but you are still learning. So take us through your journey. I just came and I just saw that you're a boss, and even from that side, it was Regs. I think I've known that name until I found that this is my guy. It's someone that I know. So okay, give us a little bit of a journey, your journey throughout your process till you got here.
Okay, so the way it happened was I fell into a pool. When I came out, so immediately I just came out of the pool. I just found out I just found I had graphic design powers. But that's just scrap that shit. So basically, I studied graphic design in secondary school. There's this app on phone called Propaint. I don't know if you guys know Propaint.
Propaint, that was a long time ago.
For Java phones, it's very long time
Jesus.
ago. It's an amazing app, yeah. So I just started like playing around with the app I think in JS2 also. Just playing around with the app, cutting images, moving images around and all that. Then fast forward to I think SS1. There was this friend of mine. His name is Jonas. Then I was going to Milbank. So Jonas had a laptop. I didn't have a laptop at that time, but Jonas had a laptop, and I loved what he was doing. He was just doing basic design, but it was interesting. If you see those designs now, you're like, this is whack. It doesn't really make
as
sense.
of
then, yeah, it was crazy. it was really, really crazy. So I saw what he was doing, and I said, okay, let me try it too. And I tried, and I loved what I was doing. It's like a child picking up tools, and he's not really, but he's enjoying what he's doing. So from there, I started picking up interest in it. Watching tutorials. How to cut someone's head. How to just basic tutorials.
Then from there, small photo manipulation
and all that. But at the back of my head, I always had this goal of having a company, like this building mindset. I always have this building mindset. Oh, let's build something. If it's a company, let's build. If it's a house,
let's build it.
Let's just build something.
Let's just build something.
And from there, I met some great, amazing designers. Like Kenzie Graphics. Kenzie Graphics was the one that actually like put me through. Like, okay, this is how they use color balance.
You work with Kenzie Graphics?
They actually wanted to work under him. I was even begging that let me work for you. It was like, no, don't work for me. You're already good. Just start your own brand. That was what he told me. And then it was a vulnerable moment because I didn't really know what to do. Because at that time I was making beats. I was very good at making trap hip hop beats. Yeah, I worked in the studio before. So I was very good at making beats. So I was just a young. I think I was 16, a young 16-year-old. Very talented, but yeah, I'm so talented and skilled because skill is very important as well. I was very talented and I was skilled, so I was just confused on the right path to choose. But working with Kenzie, and I saw that graphic design actually has potential.
Yes.
I just decided to just drop the production skills and I just focused on graphic
design. Maybe for the past few years, Regs has been a household name.
Yeah, it has. To be honest, I just wanted to Regs initially was just my nickname. But I was like, instead of just allow it to just be a nickname. Let me just turn it to a company name.
That's beautiful.
You know,
And right now it's everywhere. Like
Yeah.
around, is it last year or last 2 years? I don't know who I was with, but I was inside like Uber or something. I just saw one of Tenny's design billboard. And that this looks nice. I just looked down, just saw Rex.
Yeah.
I was so excited. That's what me didn't understand. Because I was excited about Tenny. I know. See my guy's logo. It's my guy's logo. So
Yeah.
now, what do you feel like have kept your brand relevant over the years? Because you have been doing this for now. This should make it like highest. Let's say officially, you should make it like a decade.
Yeah. Okay, so what has kept my brand, relevant? Number one, you already said it already. The logo placement. So don't want, like, Chad, the thing is currently now, yeah, I don't do that anymore. Like I don't add logos on.
Okay, on your
Because-
brand anymore.
Yeah, it's not professional.
Yeah.
Someone paid you for a job, so why would you?
Or you put your
Well, I don't know. I did it, just for the fun of it. Like, but if I flashback, that was actually marketing.
yes.
Like for example, now you saw Regs. If
I
you didn't see
saw
Regs, you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know you were the one.
Unless I brag about it. So it was in a way it's like a silent marketing. So that's one of the things that actually kept my brand alive and relevant. Because people were like, who is this thing? When I see Regs, let me look for this guy online. When I search Regs, when I see him, they'll be like, okay, I got your contact because I saw your design somewhere, Suzopes, that kind of thing. That's how they know it's my design. So I think I'll just say maybe for people who are upcoming, they shouldn't mind putting their logo on designs. But me, I don't do it because I also like it's not professional.
Okay.
Then the second thing that actually kept my brand, I won't just say my brands, our brand, because I have people that I work with.
Yes.
So it's a team thing.
The same thing now.
It's a team thing now. So one of the things that kept the brand alive and relevant in our generation is because we inspire. We create to inspire. That's our motto. We create to inspire. Not just to inspire, but to inspire culture, people, everything. Even if there are aliens out there in space, to inspire aliens too. So because of we bring in that inspiration, we inspire people. At least we're touching we're touching an emotion in people.
Yes.
We're bringing out emotions. So I feel like that's like one of the things too. So our goal in everything we create is to make sure that does this inspire someone? Does this touch them? Does this want to make the person that like the user that will view this, that will see this, the audience, like will it make them to be inspired to want to maybe create what they want to create for themselves? Be it music, be it design, be it writing a book. I think the first day I was watching regular show. I'm not even a regular show.
I know regular show.
Yeah, it's very old. Yeah,
Very old.
But if you watch it, you'll be like, how did these people come up with this concept? Like, it's not an adult cartoon. It's very clean, but it's something that every guy, it's like anime. Every older guy
Other
can
person
watch.
can watch, and it's not too babyish.
It's not too babyish, like they're basically park employees, but they're going to space.
They're going to space.
And it's not childish, it's
No,
mature. Like,
matured.
you could sit down, ooh, crazy, the plot twist.
Plot twist, yes.
It's crazy. So when I watch regular show, I get inspired. So if I get inspired by regular show, and there are other people too that get inspired by regular show, I too can create things that can inspire people as well. So yeah, so it's inspiration, and another thing again, which is actually more important, is God. Like for real, man. Like the Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness,
Yes.
and everything God else to you. So for me, man, if I'm not like in the right state of mind, I won't be able to create properly. I won't be able to be consistent because I'm an emotional person. So I have to make sure my mind, my heart, everything is in check.
Before.
Yeah, and I feel like as a business, yeah, it shouldn't really depend on the person. Because that means if I die tomorrow, that means the business dies.
Gone. Let's create structures and systems.
Yeah. So I'm building the business to that point because me, I'm a vibed person. Like if I'm in the mood, I go all out. And when I'm going all out, you be like, guy, you need the rest, that kind of thing. So yeah, those are the things that have kept we relevant in this generation.
That even though they don't believe it, but graphic designers are actually creatives also.
Yes.
So, and as a creative, where do you draw your inspiration from? Everybody has where they draw their inspiration from. Some from movies, some of these things from someone like me now. I see my inspiration from everywhere. I can just see something that brings an image in my head. I start sketching it out. I start bringing everything to place. But to you, where do you draw your inspirations from?
Well, to be honest, yeah, I'll say it's God. That's one, because there was time in my life that I used to pray before I do any other design. But it's all about understanding. So now I understand that I'm creative. God has already made me creative. So though I do pray every day, but because of my experiences, like I think I have experience more than a decade in graphic design.
Yes.
So go with my experiences, I can just sit down and just create something, on time, like without wasting time, because I have experience. So I feel like because of I've experienced, I've worked on different types of design.
Yeah.
I don't need to be inspired. I'm inspirational on its own. I'm already inspired already by just being alive to create. But if I wanted to answer that question, so probably like maybe someone's asking, oh, how do I get inspiration? Do we get inspiration? I'll just keep on creating, copy. There's nothing new under the sun. So copy. You can see a design that is not really it's not really a good standard of design. If you copy that, you're basically copying a design that is not of good standard.
Yes.
But if you see a great design, like when you see these are like crazy, how did they
make this?
How did they make this? How did they blend this? The lighting, the shading. If you copy that, you basically create the same thing. So billionaires, they have mentors.
Yeah, they all have a mentor.
They all have mentors. So they are billionaires because of their mentors. So maybe even those that say, "Oh, I'm self-made," bruh. After you being self-made, you got knowledge from some places.
Yes.
Books, YouTube videos. You learned. You were educated. Yeah.
But have you had moments that you have creative block in certain things that you have done it so much? Let's say you have worked a little bit more and you feel like I'm burnt out, or why can't I just put this thing together? I can see it, but I just can't get there. I just can't get there. Have you gotten to those points?
Yeah, but currently at the moment, I don't really go through creative blocks. It's before, when I was like, I was still like, maybe I think like 4 years in the game, 3 years in the game, 5 years, like 6, like from 1 to 6 years in the game, I usually had like creative block. But currently, I don't usually get creative block. If I feel like what I'm creating is not really making sense to me, I'm just gonna sleep. For real, I'm just gonna sleep. Not watching a movie, I'm just gonna sleep. Because the brain basically is like a car. The more you use it, the more it's deteriorating. So I'm getting older every day, you feel. So I need sleep more than when I was young. Before I could go like 4 days designing.
Yeah, I could do that. I could paint for hours on end.
Without
Like
sleeping.
16 hours, 19 hours. I don't even know when time passed. It's dark.
Exactly.
But I can't do that now. Not as much.
Exactly. So now currently, I don't have creative block. If I just see that it's not working, I'm just gonna sleep and come back. So that's simple for me.
As a creative and a businessman, having like multiple people working under you, literally working for you, do you used to feel this part of heaviness, or having like the weight of most people upon you, looking up to you, even though they don't know what you are going through as a boss? Most like, I want to be like my boss, but they don't know that my boss even has what they are going through too. Do you have all those times that you're like, why do I have multiple people? I can't just have literally like 4 people, because last time I came, that was like last week. I think there were I counted everybody plus you, it was like 10 employees.
Yeah.
I was like, this is crazy. And then when I now asked, you don't have externals outside the game. But having this, you have created a structure, even though it's not perfect. Nothing is perfect. We're still growing with God. Do you still feel that doubt that I'm not sure if having this much people will help me, or it will deteriorate what I'm building?
Wait, is it deteriorate what
you are building?
Well, to be honest, I feel like the toughest job in this world, well, I might be wrong, but to me, I feel like the toughest job is managing people. Yeah, like it's not easy, man, to manage people, because just to manage myself alone, it's not easy to manage. Like, it's not easy to manage myself alone. I want to go to bed by 10 o'clock. I find it hard, because that's when the student's idea will come out. You feel? And like, if I don't do this now, with the energy, with the ginger, the vibe I have, I don't create this now, it won't be as sweet as I want it to be when I'm not in the mood. So, to be very honest, the pressure, that overwhelming feeling, I don't usually get it. Why? Because I see myself as a learner. You know, though people come to me and be like, "Oh, Boss Rex, how can I do this?" I'm like, "Okay, do it this way, do this way, do this way." You know, I'm like, "Boss Rex, thank you very much. This is awesome." And like, what did I say? I didn't say anything. I just give you basic knowledge, which you're supposed to know, common sense. You know.
But you have had 10 years of experience. Like,
Yeah.
I don't compare.
Yeah, I can't compare. So sometimes I really find it hard to accept that I'm not on the same level with these people. Because every single day, I feel like I'm on the level with everybody. Well, you know, people be like, "Oh, you're not on the level with me." Yeah, higher. I'm not to me. I see myself as someone that is still, you know, like, and I feel like this thing happened. So I've been humble, yeah, but I was not really humble in primary school because I remember in primary school were telling me that I was prideful.
Yes, that was a very, like, how would I put it now? Was everywhere.
Like,
Even people that don't know you as much as I've even spent time with you, I'm like,
yeah,
how is he?
prideful.
The way he talks,
You get like, like I was wondering, you know. So I feel like over time, maybe when I gave my life to Christ, and I became less prideful. I became more patient. You know, but what really changed the thing for me was when I saw, you know, Don Jazz is big guy.
This
This was always big.
big.
You feel so. There was this Chinese symbol,
Okay.
you know, in his office. It's on a roll-up banner,
Okay.
you know, and I just googled it and I saw that it means Shoshin. So Shoshin means you know something, you know this thing, but you have to act like a student, you know, to know more because you basically don't know everything.
Yes.
So when I saw that, I was like, oh, let me take this thing more serious. You feel so? Ever since then, I don't see myself as one top G. I see myself as a learner. All of us, the learners.
It was a
You feel? Yeah.
In one of your posts way back, you said creativity without humility is
Yeah.
noise.
Yeah.
Like, how do you explain that, like, from your side?
From my own side, see, to be honest, yeah, because I'm a graphic designer, so I can explain it properly from a graphic designer's perspective.
Yeah.
So most designers I know, you know, though designers now are now they're now a bit humble, but growing up as a graphic designer in working for different people remotely on sites, I noticed that graphic designers had pride. Like their pride was crazy, guy. Like, where's this pride coming from? Like, bro, you don't know anything. Like, you see someone's work, you know, you can clearly see that this person doesn't know anything. But they are carrying themselves up, you know, when they speak about when they talk to clients and all that. Like, I've even seen graphic designers shout for clients.
You're using crowd draw.
You feel like Pastor Marvel used to say, your client is your boss. You know, your client is your boss. You know, though you have to though you set boundaries, but it should be in the calmest, gentlest, gentlest way possible. You feel?
Yes.
So
Okay.
yeah, so creativity without humility is nice. We are being too prideful. You feel like you know everything, but you don't know anything.
Honestly.
AI is coming. Nobody
AI
knew
is
AI
coming.
was
Nobody
coming.
knew that AI is coming like this.
Like nobody is even coming this fast the way it's coming. You feel? So you have to have an open mind. You know, be open, be ready and understand that you're replaceable. If you replace you tomorrow. Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of things, like, in past few years since I've been, like, how will I put it now? I've been watching from the outside.
Yeah.
I noticed that you learn you're able to do so many things, not just graphic design, motion design. I've seen photography at some point, even videography at some point. I was like, but then I can't use the word settle, but you chose graphic design. Why did you choose that specifically? Because I feel like since I came here, I watch everything, and I'm seeing most of that here, and even from your side too. Like, it's as if you have stayed there and like, okay, I want to choose one, and this is it. Why did you choose that specifically?
Okay, because of passion. You know, so the thing is, I read in a book and I watched, and I've seen so many YouTube videos. You know, they say basically, if you want to make money, you have to do what you don't like. You know, I love graphic design. You know, but the things that I don't like I like them, but I don't really find passion in it. You know, and I feel like that's where I'm actually failing at. I'm being too comfortable. You know, I'm just being honest. I'm being too comfortable with graphic design. Let's be honest, AI is coming. You feel? Bro. So a lot of jobs will be replaced.
Yes.
You know, but at the same time too, like I was at a conference, you know, like an online conference.
Okay.
Like before you came
here.
Yeah. The man said that AI is coming to like strip off so many jobs. but at the same time, to still create more jobs.
More jobs.
Just to create more jobs. So for me, it's passion. Passion is the reason why I'm doing graphic design. Passion is the reason why I do motion design. Because I love to. I told you I'm not a talker, but I love to express myself through visuals. But if I really wanted to come from a business perspective, the business has to do everything: graphic design, motion graphics, photography, videos, and also AI.
AI.
So yeah.
Like your brand name, aside from Regs, your company name is 316 Regs. Is it like that 316? Is it from the Bible, John 316?
No, it's
what is it inspired from?
It's Illuminati, 6. I'm joking, Sha. 316 basically.
Okay.
John 3:16.
Okay.
For God so loved the world that he gives only begotten Son. That's creativity.
That's creativity, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have seen that AI is here to stay. We can't run away from it.
Yeah.
And it's also is integrated in almost everything, even from ChatGPT now, like to every other thing. It's taking over certain things that we didn't know that it would be able to take over yet.
Yeah.
Do you integrate that, or you are mostly against it? Like, do you use that in your day-to-day activities, like in this workplace here? Not just you, but you have trained your employees to do so too, or you guys are strictly no AI here, we don't do that here.
Okay, so initially before, I've not really been a hater of AI, because it's basically a tool. It's like Photoshop, basically. So I've not really been a no AI guy. So I use AI. Actually, I just started using AI, and I feel like I'm not even using AI to its full potential. Because yesterday on the particular group chat I was on, I'm in currently. One of the bosses, is big in industry. His name is Bams. He was explaining how AI is very important. How it's gonna like lay off so many jobs. Like he even showed us an app that he built. And he builds that app. I think he builds the app using AI. I'm not sure. But what the app does is that it uses AI to organize your day-to-day activities automatically. For you, like it knows your tasks to help you organize it. It even give you updates like, "What's up, bro? You never did this job. You've not done this. This task is overdue." And if you don't reply, to call you on WhatsApp. Like basically, it's a management tool. It's what was it VR they call this? Or this?
Yeah, virtual assistant.
Virtual VA, virtual assistant. Basically, your virtual assistant. So if I choose not to adapt and use all these tools, I'll definitely be left behind. Because what these tools do, they help you work faster. There's a time that now they print billboards.
Yes.
Back then they don't print billboards, they paint billboards. They will climb, do scaffold, they'll paint the billboard.
They cut stencil.
They'll cut seats. You understand? So those things I think like, let's say a month and
yes.
But now you can just sit down in your room with Photoshop.
Design 2 hours.
Design it in 2 hours and go and print. Put it the next.
And now due to AI, it has gotten down 2 minutes.
2 minutes. How far, bro? I need a billboard design now. I want to put it out there in the next 2 hours. That's how the world is now. The world is very fast. The world is moving fast. You watch Wall-E now.
Yes.
So all these futuristic cartoons, you notice when one news just come, immediately it goes up. So that's what the world is going into. Everything is fast. It comes, it goes. It comes, it goes. Yeah.
You have to find a way to keep up or get left behind at some point.
Exactly.
That's crazy. Okay, so now, what advice would you give someone that is like coming up in the graphic design space, even though where you started is different from where they are starting?
Yeah.
When you started, I'm also a graphic designer, but you're my boss.
That's what I'm saying. Whining again.
But where you start, like where you started is different from where they are starting. They are starting with AI as maybe a little bit of a competition or as an extra tool. What advice would you like give to someone that wants to get into graphic design as a baseline first?
Okay, what advice I'll give the person?
Yeah.
Number one, learn, like, as a learning graphic design, also learn AI, and if you're learning the two of them, also learn to like learn about taste. So now, people people do now. When you say points, an area whereby people won't just value what to use anymore.
Yes.
They value the taste. Now people can detect an AI design. So if you're using AI, can you use AI to a point whereby it doesn't really look like
AI.
AI? The taste, the result it gives, will it give a human taste?
Yes.
So if you're learning graphic design currently at the moment, learn about creative direction. Learn about the taste of design. How does it make the audience feel? And also I also say don't just learn graphic design alone. Learn some leadership skills.
Yeah.
Learn how to communicate with clients. Because now it's not only about how good you are now. It's about, like, are you excellent? Excellence is not about how dope the design or how good the design is anymore. It's about how you make the clients feel. Does your client feel valuable? Does the client feel like, oh, this person is actually a good person I can work with? You can actually have a long-term relationship with this person. You feel?
Okay.
So, yeah.
So I just want to ask this one last thing. What advice, let's not use advice, let's use what word of encouragement or quotes that you have close to your heart? Everyone has that one. Maybe just one or two or three, but everyone has one that they know that is very special to them. Which is yours? What is yours? Sorry, that's the word.
What is mine? I don't really have a quote that's very close to my heart, but my go-to words: consistency, and discipline and consistency, and also excellence as well. But most important is discipline and consistency. Because now we're in an area whereby you can be disciplined, you can have excellence, but if you're not consistent, you never be relevant.
Yeah.
So you have to be consistent. So, yeah.
Thank you so much for the time that we have spent together. I'm very, very happy, and I'm sure that some of them have learned a lot from you, and just loving your stuff. In the graphic design space, you have no idea how big you are to us.
I'm not even big yet, but thank you.
To us, you're big now. So we have a little gift for you.
For real?
Yeah.
Nah,
We have a little gift for you. It took time.
Yeah.
It took time and effort from our team. We put everything together. It's crazy. So I don't know if you like it, but I know you are going to like it. So let my student bring the thing. Let's see. And then, yeah. Let's take more time. Sorry that it's taking longer. We try to hide it from you. Hide it from you.
That's crazy.
So, so,
bruh.
yeah, thank you. Yeah. So,
serious guy. Nah, this is mad for real.
Yeah. So it took weeks to put together, honestly. Weeks. More time than I care to admit.
Yeah,
some of your employees have seen when I was doing it due to they are living close to me. Some of them have seen it because they are living close to me, so they can easily just appear in my place and I cannot run away from them. So I have to.
This is really crazy.
Don't worry, yeah, I'm not. Okay, so. Everyone, a baby. So,
bro, this is mad. Nah, man.
Yeah.
Nah, man, guy, this is crazy, fam. This is really, really crazy, man. This is not AI,
This is not AI. This took how many weeks of putting together, trying to find what will work, and at the same time trying to use what you represent, because I can't do something realistic. I have to do something that's also from your side, a little bit more graphical, and showcase what you are capable of doing and what you're actually doing. I'm not even saying what you're capable of doing, because bro, you're doing crazy stuff. I'm not even gonna lie about that.
This is crazy.
Let's just put this small thing together. Let's beautify your space.
Yeah, this is
and I must make sure
this is worth millions for you.
I can't do something like this without having. I can't be. I would like to know. I can't be creating art, not making sure any of my friends or people that I have close to my heart don't have a piece of me. But I feel like this is any of my art pieces, no matter where they are, like a piece of me. I always try to make sure they have a piece of me in their workplace, in their house, that they can actually just see. That every day remember that. And because where I was in school is most of your designs or the things that get me through. I'm not even going to lie about that.
Yeah,
but I was using your designs to make stuff for people, and that was what was helping me grow in this. So
this is crazy, guy. Like, it's too bright. I can't even see. Why like, man. Yeah, this is crazy, bruh. Thank you very much, like, for real.
You're welcome.
You should not need to pay you.
Oh, this is for you. This is for you. This is for you. This is one of the reasons why we even got late, because we were trying to like find transport and carry on and everything. Everybody was, but it's here to stay.
Man, this is crazy, guy. For real. This is really, really crazy. Ah, man, thank you very much. For real, like, bruh. I can't thank you, no, guy. For real. Like, thank you so much. This is handmade, guy. Like,
how many hours, man? I'm never good.
You know how much handmade things is that? It's expensive.
No AI, no AI here, no AI here. No AI.
Crazy. Like, can you see the brush strokes there?
Yes.
So, thank you very much. Like, I want to cry, but it's gay to cry.
No homo.
It's not like that. No homo. God, but yeah. This is crazy for real. Like, man, yeah.
No. Oh, sometimes.
Thank you so much, man. Like, I really do appreciate it, for real. It's crazy. Let me just.
Thank you.